Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I have for you my November TBR. So, November is kind of a month where I don't have a particular genre that I typically lean for. So, this month I've got a bit of a mixture of books to read between physical books, ebooks, and audiobooks. So, I am traveling to Austin for about 7 days. I'll be away from home during November, and I want to bring my Kindle with me instead of taking a physical book. And I've got books that I was actually planning to buddy read with a friend about 3 months ago that we never got around to. So I'm waiting to hear from him on if he is still interested in buddy reading those, but I plan to read them regardless. So the two physical books that I have from my shelf that I want to read this month are The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is kind of like a dark fairy tale. I believe it's about a grandma who writes fairy tales, and either she passes away or goes missing, and there's a mom and a daughter that I don't really remember too much about what it's about, but I think it kind of pulls the mom and the daughter into the grandma's fairy tales that she writes and into the Hazelwood, which is the title. And so I just thought something kind of mystical and fantastical would be really nice to read as it's November and a little dark and dreary and gray and rainy here in Washington. So this is one book that I definitely want to read. I also am picking this up for the Creating and Co. Book Club Challenge for the month of November. The book prompt is something related to nature. I'm not sure if the group is going to agree on a book to read together, but this one I'm picking just because I'm pretty sure it does take place in the forest surrounding the grandma's house. So that's pretty nature related in my opinion. The other physical book I have planned to read is Dragonfly and Amber by Diana Gabaldon. I started this book in, I think, August or September, and I'm only 158 or 59 pages into it. I actually stopped in the middle of a chapter, which is not something I typically do, but I haven't really been interested in picking it up in a while. These books are always just so big and daunting to me that I really have to be in the right mind frame to want to pick them up. So I want to finish this book. That way I can either take a break from the series or continue on, but I don't want to have a book that I am part of the way through that I just keep sitting on. So this book definitely does need to be read in the month of November. For my ebooks that I plan to read, I am going to jump a little bit into, not a little bit, I am jumping into sci-fi by reading Foundation, and I think the second one is Foundation and Empire by Isaac Asimov. I think that's his name. I'll put pictures of the titles up in the corner here. He also wrote I, Robot, and I don't know a whole lot about these books other than my friend and ex-coworker recommended them to me. So he's the one that I am planning on reading these with as long as he's got the time. He's going to do a reread, and this will be a first read through for me. But I think just again, like the colder months is a good time to get into fantasy and sci-fi. So I am looking forward to getting a bit more into sci-fi because I haven't read a lot of it and just seeing what these are all about. And then the one audiobook I have planned to read or listen to for this month is The Mountain Between Us by Charles Martin. It was just adapted into a movie, and it has Kate Winslet in it. Basically what I think it's about is this man and woman that get snowed into an airport, or their flights get delayed. I think the man is on his way to his wedding, and they end up just basically sharing stories. I don't know if it's a love story or what goes on, but it looks interesting and just a nice little cozy read for the autumn and winter months. So that is all I have planned to pick up this month, but I'm sure a couple more audiobooks will find their way onto my list depending on what Skylar is nodding his head yes behind the camera. But depending on what's available at my library and what I have on audiobook or on Audible, I know I'll get to probably at least 2 or 3 more. So that's all I have planned to read for right now, and I would love to know what you have planned to read. So please let me know down in the comments below, and I will chat with you there until my next video. Bye!